Thank you so much, sir, for the introduction. I must say thank you, Gaud sir, Badgiri sir, and his team for inviting me for this wonderful platform. My overall objective of this for today's session is that we should discuss more about how we can help startups, how we can give knowledge to them, how we can address them in their particular segments in which they are working, and how what are the policies of the government that can help startups for achieving their goals. So quickly, all the introduction is already given by Gaud sir, so I don't want to introduce myself again. So we'll start with the session. Professor Lakshmikant sir told me that there are all the participants in this session are professors and the PhD holders. So I am audible to all, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So all are the professors and all are PhD holders. So I am expecting that you all going to share this knowledge with your known startups and colleagues so that they also get benefited with these all policies and knowledge. So the biggest issue and the biggest question that are coming to the minds of all the startups are due to COVID-19. One of the leading newspaper has given the article that 80% of Indian startups are bleeding. So there is an issue with the things and with the investment point of view that venture capitalists don't want to invest in the startups which are early stage. Now it will be very difficult for next 6 months that a new startup will get funded unless and until they have a good forecasting and a good product with a good idea. The startups which are facing the financial issues and don't have growth with them. Just a second, hold on, please. Sorry, I was getting a call. So, I was discussing about the current issues with the fundings and all. We'll discuss further about this in detail. Gaud sir, can you please start the PPT so that I can discuss further?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So till the time Gaud sir puts PPT on board, so I also want to tell you that I am also helping Nagpur Municipal Corporation for developing a startup community in Nagpur. We have successfully developed one community in Nagpur region, and we are trying to go in state level. Like there are different nodal offices across Maharashtra, across every states, are working for Startup India, and they are helping startups for different policies, issues, funding, and different platforms. So I will introduce that, but all the nodal body with you in further slides. So I just wanted to know from quickly from your side that what is exactly the startup is. Can anyone tell me that what is startup? What exactly the startup means? So it's a definition written over here that startup is a team of entrepreneurial talent developing new innovations.
Rajan, sir. कॅमेरामध्ये झालं रिटर्न टू होम स्क्रीन रिजॉईन म्हणायले
Daud sir, can you please put your call on mute?
Yes, sir.
No, I think so. Still, it is not in mute.
Please continue, sir.
Actually, I am getting echo from your side.
Okay, sir. Wait a minute.
Nah, this is fine.
Okay, sir.
So, what exactly the startup is? Startup is not only the new company or new product or new venture you are starting up with. Startup is an idea or an innovation that whatever the idea you are coming. Sorry, again echo is coming. No, I think so. It is fine. Hello. Yeah. So it is more about idea, more about your business plan, more about your how you will grow your business, more about how you shape your idea and how you implement your idea in a better way. So as depicted in this picture, startup is all about inspiring creative innovation, idea, concept, how you'll market your brand, how you'll work on price actions, how you are different from others. This is all about the startup is. So next slide, please. Yeah. So why startups are important for any country? Startups are very important because the startups always think out of the box. If you think that if it means you have the potato chips machine at your home, previously that was done by hand. Means mummy used to take potato machine in hand and they used to chip the potato. But after some time we got the machine and that all 6 hours time and 6 hours your is completed by the help of a single machine. Why? What is different in previous and the current machine is that it reduces your efforts, it gives you more productivity, and it is very feasible for anyone to handle that potato machine. So startup do is startups think about a problem. It's not only about thinking about the product you want to sell, it's about the problem you're solving for a particular industry, right? So if you're thinking for certain problem and if you are able to fix that issue in a time frame, in a cheapest cost, in a very easy to use thing, then that startup is scalable. Anything with any idea which is solving the problem of human beings is a startup. uh, Many persons comes to me and asks me that startup should be an IT funda startups, and most probably it is a big investment and a big idea with a big people's involved in it. But anyone can, a farmer can also be a startup, doing a process which is currently doing. If it is doing in an innovative manner, that is called as startups, right? So that is the typical definition of startups. What exactly I am telling you, different people have different opinion about the startups, but exactly this is the only thing which is very important and everyone should keep in mind. So most of the bankers also thought that startups are the company which is started just in 1 month ago or a 1 year ago. But startup is, the definition of startup is not like that. Definition of startup is if you are solving any problem of any individual by your product or services, that is called as startups, right? Start how The point is why startups are important, because they are innovative, they give us the solution in a better price, in a better way. um, Startups can create jobs. they can attract the foreign investment also, so that we can help our country for GDP, we can contribute in our GDP also. Next slide, sir. So what a normal human being do, they go to Google, start searching what are the startup ideas. But if one can get the startup idea from Google, then why people will think about the problems, right? So this is not the right way. This is the picture what I have shown in this PPT, that one normal person goes to Google, search the idea, and then he thinks about, I can start this business, boat cleaning, business plan, service, and all this. But exactly the startup is not this. Startup, I am not able to see the screen. Is out, sir.
Yes, sir. Right now you are seeing now.
No, I'm not able to see.
Now, sir.
No, I am.
Wait.
No, I think someone else has started presentation
Yeah. Now I am.
now. The
Yes, sir.
slides, please. Yeah. So one can, before starting, if you want to start up any business, if you want to start up anything, then you should think and identify the problem which are faced by the normal individual. Like for example, previously, I let me share my views about my startups. 4 years back, there was a case of child kidnapping from nearby, from my house. One of the famous doctor from Nagpur, his child got kidnapped when his kid is coming to back to home, and nearby his home he got kidnapped. So I thought about why parents should know, why parents should are unaware of this fact that the kids are reach school, because all the parents are working. Mostly they are working in big cities, and then they don't know that the his children is out of the school, yeah, or inside the home they reached or not. So there was a big gap between the school and parents thinking, because if they want to communicate anything with the children, they have to be dependent on the schools for communication. Like for example, if you want to talk to your children, or you want to know where is your children is, then you are totally depending on the schools. If you then you will call school, ask school principal that how is my kid and all these things. And most probably when kid is out of the school, when he is in transit phase, you all are unaware, and you always thought that your kid should reach around, for example, at 4 p.m. to home. But if suddenly delay happen in this process, if it is 4:15, then you are all in panic situation. So for the same, what we thought is about you should know everything about your children. So I started thinking about the problem, and then I started. Am I audible now, Alka, ma'am?
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Just be close to your headphone.
sure. So
Yes.
now I am audible.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I started thinking about this problem. I started thinking about how I can solve this problem, and can help individual to get rid of this problem. Then in some days, I started working with my hardware team. I started talking to the people. Then how is this problem is valid? Or can this solution, what am I thinking is usable, or it can be accepted by the people. So there are the people who told me that this is workable idea and you can work on it and you can start developing the product. Then I started developing the product, invested money for R&D. I went to China, I went to different places for R&D, and then I came up with the product which is widely used by individuals nowadays. So what I started is I first identified the problem which all parents and schools and everyone is facing nowadays, and I worked on that problem and tried to solve that particular problem through my innovation or through my startups. So this is very important. Whenever you are talking to your students or you're talking to anyone, you should tell them that this is the thinking process. One should think about the problem. If can you solve that problem with your idea? If yes, then how much scalable that problem is, how you can scale up your business. uh, Now it is clear. My voice is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That someone is writing that no, voice is not clear.
Now it's clear, sir.
Yeah, it is clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I started thinking about the problem and I came up with the solution. Similar pattern. You all can guys can go to your students or anyone you are assisting them, and tell them first think about the problem, identify the problem. Can your idea think about the idea how you can solve that problem with your innovation and with your services, and then think that is this particular solution is scalable. If it is this, if you get all these questions, if you get all the question answers with you, then this is this valid startup idea and you can go it with the startup idea. So one should think about the problem, then the solution, and then the scalability. You should not go to Google and type these what are the startup ideas and then you can proceed. So next slide. I already told you that startup is all about the problem, solving a problem, right? Right. How you can, like for example, you have a chair, normal chair. Previously, we all have normal chairs and we were using it. But now there are rolling chairs in our offices. Why? Because previously, what we used to do is we used to sit on the chair and then we get a back, we are facing a back issue, back problems, right? So rolling chair solve your problem. If you want to turn around, then you can easily turn around from your place and you don't have to move all the chairs. So this is how one startup solve your problem through innovation, right? It's a small innovation but used widely all across the world. Rolling chairs are accepted all over the world. So this is a scalable idea, right? Then cost factor. If you want to buy any of the normal chair, you can buy it in next around 1,000 and 1,200 rupees. If you want to buy an rolling chair, you have to pay 1,800 rupees, but you are getting an advantage, right? You are getting an advantage of so many factors here. You are getting rid of your back pains. You are getting you can move anytime without touching your chair and all. There are different chairs available in the market. Again, technology, they have used hydraulic. You can go up and down using the lever available in the chair. I am sharing chair example to you because I want to convey some message through this, right? This is a similar, because chairs is the thing where you all guys are using, and you can imagine what I'm saying, right? Easy to use. It is very easy to use. You don't have to do anything. You have to sit in the chair and you can do whatever I'm telling you the features of the chair, right? Like for example, if you want to buy chair, right? Then the chair industry has to buy the cloth. There are stand available with there are wheels available. There are hydraulics used in the chair, right? So this generates the employment for different sectors. No chair manufacturer can manufacture the wheels. No chair manufacturer can manufacture the hydraulics. They have to buy it from outside and then integrate in his product. So in this way, hydraulic industry who are providing the hydraulics to the chair can generate employment. The wheels in the who are the wheel industry who are manufacturing these wheels can also generate the employment, and you can empower people with this, right? So this is all the factors and startups idea one should keep in mind when you are thinking about any of the solution for the problem. Like for if you want to start a startup, you should consider this factor in mind before going ahead for the commercial business. Next. So before coming to the policies point of view, right, I just wanted to understand, is there any issue or you want to ask me something about this so that I can jump to the policy part?
The participants will ask question in between also if they have the question.
Okay, so I'm
At the end also we have a question answer session.
no problem. So this is all about how one should think about the startup and how you can tell your students and the colleagues for the thinking process. Because if you are thinking that getting idea from some, like for example, current situation, like we don't have an hand gloves manufacturer. We have very less manufacturers in India for hand gloves. In COVID-19, there are crores of requirement pending with the government, with the private sectors, but we are not able to fulfill the requirement for the gloves, right? At the same time, we import gloves from Hussein. I will tell you about the business idea in later stage, right? We started with this thing, so we'll discuss in the last session. So yeah, I am telling you that we import gloves from Malaysia and China, and we sell it to India, in India, right? We have very less manufacturers in India who can means manufacture the gloves, right? So in this time, we have a huge demand supply gap in Indian market for gloves manufacturing, right? So this is how we can identify the problem. What is the current problem with the gloves? Is the gloves whatever we are getting, it's very expensive. At the time when there were no COVID-19 pandemic was there, the gloves available in was available in the market at the of 40 rupees per box, which is 100 gloves a packet. Now we are getting in 400 rupees per box, 200, right? There's a rise of you can say the prices because of the demand and supply gap. We are not able to supply what the demand is. So this is a good idea of the startup in a cheaper way, in a good way, and you can deliver it fast to the people who want the gloves. This is the idea where you can think of. In this pattern, everyone should think about what are the problems, what are the demand supply. For example, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi had said that you should be Atmanirbhar. So a few days back, I was having a session with Nitinji Gadkari regarding this. I asked him about that. Prime Minister is telling us, let us export the things, let us export the goods from India. But I asked him the question that, do we have a data available with us? There is a demand and which are the products in which the demand supply gap is there? Which are the products and which country needs this product, so that one should get this particular product list and we can present it to the different startup, and whatever the startups are there in the ecosystem can get one of the idea and start thinking about the product, how he can supply this product to the different countries. So he told me that they are working on the data and they will give us the data in 1 month. So in this way, what we can do is we can identify products which are getting export from India, and where India is not able to achieve or fulfill the requirement, then the other startups can think about that particular product, and then he can start the export business. So in this way, we all have to think about the things in which the startup, we can help the startups. Like for example, whenever I will get this list, I will share with you all, so that you can go through this product list and you can ask your startups that think about this particular list product, and then start thinking, can you make this product, or can you make this product differently in innovative way, so that you can start exporting. So this is one of the startup I am sharing with you. So as far as the startups government policies available, there are different startup policy available in the ecosystem, right? See, the first, maybe you all guys are aware at Startup India Initiative, right? There are thousands of startups registered with Startup India Initiative. Startup, if you want to qualify as a startup, then you have to register with the Department of Industrial Policies and Promotion. That is we called as DIPP certificate. You have to have DIPP certificate before you yeah, thank you. Before you want to go for any of the certification, you have to have a DIPP certificate for the policy for your startup. Next, there are different MSME. I will discuss in detail about the MSME policies. There are different MSME policies available in the ecosystem, right? Like for example, recently Prime Minister Prime Minister and Nitin Gadkari has launched one scheme that we called as champions.gov.in. One website was launched on 1st June 2020 by the hands of Narendra Modi, and that champions.gov.in is launched with the view in mind that all the MSCs, all the startups, all the micro businesses can take advantage of this particular website. Different policies, different arrangements, different you can say the informations are available on this website so that anyone can access and implement in their startup, in their company and startups, right? So what are the MSME policies are available in for as far as Maharashtra or India, we can call as. There are different states in India. Different state has different policies for the startups. Again, uh, if I talk about Maharashtra, then we have a policy that we have one nodal office at Bombay, where the which we call as MSINS, Maharashtra State Innovation Society, right? So this particular nodal agency is helping Maharashtra startups to get facilitated with the different schemes they are giving us. For example, if some startups we have, if some startups want to, you can say the get the certification for their product, for example, ISI certification or BIS certification, then there is a cost involved in that particular certification. So through MSINS, if you apply through MSINS, then if for example consider the 2 lakh is the cost for the certification, then 80% of the cost will be borne by MSINS, and you only have to pay 20% of the certification cost. For example, if a product certification fees is 2 lakh rupees, then you only have to pay 40,000 rupees as an certification fees. Rest 1,60,000 will be paid by MSINS. So this is one of the important policy what we have in Maharashtra and other states too. You have to go to startup for other states. You have to search for the your state name and the policy what your state is covering and giving it to you, right? Again, you have for loans, you have CGTMSC policy. Again, startups, what happens, previously what happening with the bank is the bank was saying no to startup because they are afraid of that startup can go bankrupt and will never repay the payments. But now with the help of CGTMSC, this fear and this you can say is not there, because now government is giving guarantee to banks that if startup fails due to valid reasons, then will pay to you, means government will pay to the banks. CGTMSC is a process. I can give you the elaboration of that CGTMSC shortcut. Right? It is a credit guarantee scheme for micro and small enterprise. Right, 75% of these your guarantee is given by the CGTMSC body. There is a different body available in the ecosystem. Again, CGTMSC itself is a government body. On behalf of startups, they are giving the guarantee to the banks, and banks then giving us the collateral free loan, right? Collateral free is that you don't have to give any land, you don't have to give any home, you don't have to give any vehicle as a collateral to the bank. On behalf of this scheme, the bank will cover their risks through CGTMSC, and they can give you loan till 2 CR rupees, right? Till 2 CR you can get and you can avail the CGTMSC loan through banks. Now there are different catches available in these schemes. We'll discuss it further. Same, we have PMEGP scheme for the bank loans. That is Pradhan Mantri Employment Generation Program. In that you can get the loan till 50 lakhs without collateral. This particular loan you have to apply through your DIC, District Industrial Center. Through DIC you have to apply this loan, and in 60 days they will process your loan through PMEGP without collateral. You don't have to give any of the land, home, or as a fixed deposit to the bank. Right, now coming to the government procurement. there is a rule that 4% procurement should be done by annual procurement should be done by MSCs or MSMEs, right? For example, if you participate in any of the tenders, and if your price is 15% more than the L1. L1 is the entity who come first, means whose price is lowest. If you have participated in that particular session and your price is 15% more than the L1, for example, L1 quoted 100 rupees and your price is 114, then you will be giving the means they will give you the preference that you can match the price with the L1 and can supply the product, or you can give them, means government can ask you that supply 20% of this particular order. So this is the one of the important scheme in government procurement is QA testing. NSIC is again a very important factor in government procurement norms. Like NSIC is national. I am missing out somewhere the elaboration of this. So NSIC, I will tell you in the last. NSIC will give you the certificate and can give you the assurance that you can participate in the tender. And if you have a NSIC certificate, then you don't have to pay EMD or tender fees. It means you can easily fill the tender without any cost, and you don't have to pay EMD to any of the government tenders. So this is all about overall about these policies. If you see under MSME policies, there are different schemes available. Like for example, Samadhan. If you are, for example, Samadhan helps you to take your money back from your means where you have supplied your material is. For example, if you have supplied material of 10 lakh rupees to one of the company, for example XYZ, if XYZ has not paid you that particular amount back in 45 days, then you can go to Samadhan portal, you can share your invoice detail and everything in that portal, and then government will take care of that funds that he should pay you in a stipulated time period. Right. So this is a very important, because nowadays what happening is if you supply the material and the vendor doesn't pay you, then that is a challenge for any of the MSME to block your funds. And if you will not get your funds back, then how you will do the business? So Samadhan is the way where you can go. You can lodge your complaint that this particular company is not paying you back. Then the government will take care how to take money back from there. Not only money back, but they will also charge interest to them, and they will pay you your basic amount plus interest to you back. So this is a broader policies what we have in the system. Again, there is, if you go to the Startup India portal, there are different literatures available, there are different videos available, there are different vendors available who can give you the services in very cheap rate. Through the Startup India portal, you can search for the mentors, you can search for the investors, you can search and explore the government policies. And if you face any of the issues searching this, or you are not able to get any of the content from the Startup India, there is a helpline number who revert you back in 24 hours. They are very aggressive, and they can reply you in around if you shoot a mail and if you call on the help desk number, they will solve your problem and they will get back to you in 24 hours. So this is all about the Indian startup ecosystem. More about, you can say ki we have different policies available, but people like us don't know each and every policy. And the people, the startups who are starting a new business or have a good idea, they don't know about these things. So as a mentor, as a guide, as a guide, we are responsible to make them available. Akshay, I will share you the email ID and phone number soon. So as a mentor, as a knowledgeable person, you can share these particular things with the stakeholders and the startups, so that they also can get benefited through this all initiatives and startup. Apart from this, if you guys have any question regarding the policies and the websites, what are the name of the website. I can give you all the details after the session gets over. I can submit the details to Gaud sir, and Gaud sir can send all the details to you in a hard copy or a Word format, right? So next slide. Now, whatever I have to tell you, I have completed all the parts regarding the startups policies and the startup ideas, how one can think of ideas and all. So now we are open for the discussion. We can start discussing about the whatever I have said you, or I have told you about the startups and the policies.
Yes, sir. Now participants can ask their questions. The same policies are present in Ethiopia also. So we have Ethiopian participants also, sir, in this session.
So I have to search for Ethiopia. I having a very little knowledge about Ethiopia ecosystem. So if you want me to explore, I can explore and I can give you in details about this particular all the policies in Ethiopia.
I think every country is having these policies. The names are different, maybe.
Right. So Vinay Irani asked me the question why 80% startups are bleeding. So every startup has a funding issues. Every startups are different in stage. Like for example, ideation stage, idea stage, then early stage, then commercialization stage. At different stage, they are at different startups have different stage. So currently, if the startups is in early stage or in commercial stage, then they will face an issue because investor will block the money and they will not able to survive for their daily expenses, right? That is why 80% startups are bleeding, because as you all know, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, all the businesses were closed for nearly about 2 months and every industry got affected, right? Not only me, you, everyone is affected in the business, and that is what exactly the startup is facing. That is why 80% of startups are bleeding in India. Please share PPT. Sir.
Yeah, I will share the PPT in PDF form after this session as per our schedule.
Ayana asked me how you can please repeat your question, Ayana.
Startup, how we can manage the money to start the startups.
How you can manage any startup cost. See, managing the money is again founder's call, because if you, like for example, if you take my example, I have put my money into my business around 40 lakhs rupees initially, and then I started my product R&D and all. I will answer one, right? So I will ask just Anaya question is like, I have to manage my money, right? No one will come, because as a startup you have a constraint. You cannot keep CFO as an you cannot keep a senior accountant or a senior financial analyst to your company. As a startup, the founder have to manage all the presentation. All the expenses, and keeping all the perspectives in mind that this particular R&D you have this much of cost or this much of expenses for marketing, and this you have to bear these expenses and all. Keeping all factors in mind, you have to manage your budget, and according to that you have to arrange the money. If not, that is what I am sharing with you. If for example anyone has 100 rupees and your expenses are 110, and you definitely will face a problem for survival. So you have to manage your expenses according to the funding you have. If you don't have funding, then that is a challenge. That is why 80% of startups are bleeding.
I want to share one thing, sir. I was in Ethiopia for 2 years. Actually, our company Kayaka Software is having one client in Ethiopia.
Okay.
In Hosanna itself, that is Papazon Agro Farm.
Okay.
When I was there, he started his own startup.
Okay.
Yeah, he imported machineries from China and giving his own idea, giving proposal to banks, and banks provide the what we can say
Loan.
loan.
Hmm.
And like our in India also, in Ethiopia also, bank is supporting a lot. So I want to tell participants that the main thing is we have to approach to the banks, and if we have an idea, you can create a proposal and you can submit to the bank. For them, bank giving I think a 60% of part bank paid, and then again 10 to 15% is subsidy also there
So
from
different.
government side.
Again, there is a different policies available regarding what you have shared. Maybe that in Utopia's policies, as far
Yes,
as
yes,
Indian ecosystem is there, 80% can sorry, 75% bank do finance, and 25% the founder has to bring that 25% of the ratio. For example, if you ask bank to ask for bank to for 10 lakh loan, then bank can finance 7.5 lakhs to you, and 2.5 you have to bring it up. Again, there is a different thing for woman entrepreneur. That particular ratio is only 10%. If you go ask bank for 10 lakh rupees, then you have to bring 10% of the margin money, and 90% the bank will finance you. So for SC/ST and women, there is a different scheme we call as Startup India. Startup India altogether has a different rules for the loans. In that, 90% loan will be given by the financial institutions, and 10% margin money the founder has to come up with. So does Jyoti Lakade question is, does project report preparation for startups has any specific format? Yes, there is a specific format, Jyoti, that again depends from bank to bank. You can contact any CA, a good CA. He can prepare the project for you. You have to give you inputs in that, financial inputs, and what expenses you are expecting in the future, and what are your planning, how you will sell your product, what are your business plans. Based on that, all the project report will prepared by your CAs, and then that particular format you can give it to the bank. So this is was Jyoti's Lakde answer this. So then again, a question from Anaya Olika is, any startups can fail. That is the issue of many innovators. Right? See, initially I started with one very important line that if you are solving a problem which is a big problem for the individuals, then I don't think so that particular startup will fail. Ola, we can take the example of Uber. He thought that the commute is a problem. So initially, when Ola and Uber was not there, so people used to book your private taxi that was costing you around 2,000 to 2,500 rupees a day, and then because you only have to go from one place to another, for paying 2,500 rupees is a expensive again an expensive affair. So for that particular thing, Uber came up with the idea that if you want to go from A to B, then you only pay for A to B. Why you are paying for whole day? So this is how they solve the problem of the individual, and now they are a big company. If you all guys are aware that Uber don't own a single vehicle with the company, they are all outsourced. So again, they have empowered people. They empowered people to buy vehicle. They empowered people to start their own business. They started means they are helping unemployment, to solve the problem of unemployment. They are easy to Uber is easy, again easy to use, and it is an innovative thing. So that is why they are scalable. That business model is scalable. So I don't think so any startups only fails if they don't have plan, or they only have goal without plan, or they don't have a good idea. Uh, Vinay Irani, how much percent of loan a bank can give for startup? I think I already answered this question. Again, I can answer that 70 in case of male entrepreneur, 75% bank can finance you depending on your project report. And in case of SC/ST and women entrepreneur, 90% they can finance the MSMEs and the startups. Ankita Nagarkar ma'am, are there any other benefits for women entrepreneur apart from the loan benefits? Yeah, there are benefits for the woman from the self-help group. There are different policies again. there are different policies for self-help groups. Uh, Women entrepreneur, if they want to start their business, then there are different schemes and subsidies available. For example, if you go through DIC, for women, 35% subsidies available in rural area, and for urban, 25% subsidies available along with the loan. Means if you take 10 lakh rupees loan, you will get 99 lakhs from the bank, and again you get 2.5 lakh subsidy on top of the loan. Means you don't have to pay 9 lakhs rupees to bank, you only have to pay 6.5, and rest 2.5 will be paid by DIC as a subsidy. Dhanushbi, what is the main principle required to succeed in startup? See, the main principle is about how your product is, how your service is, and how innovative your product or service is, right? If you are really targeting the problem and you're solving the problem, then that particular startup will help you to grow, right? Why, again, Oyo is growing nowadays because they are thinking out of the box. Previously, when we used to book the hotel rooms, we used to go every hotel, check the rooms, and if we like, then only we book the rooms, right? Then Oyo came up with the solution where you can see the rooms through your mobile phones. You can book there. There are different policies. If you don't, you only have to book the room. You don't have to pay. You can go to hotel, check the hotel. If you are okay, then only you can pay for the hotel. So this all is of thing they have given you. They can give you the discounts. Oyo is offering different discount. They are charging you on hourly basis. For example, if you book same hotel in night, or after 12 o'clock, they will give you in very cheaper rates. If you book that hotel in different areas, depend on the demand and supply again, they can give you the better deals. This is what differently out of the box they think, and now they are successful. uh, yeah, so Abdisa Demisi, how about the ecosystem for Ethiopia and India? Since you have been Ethiopia for 2 years, how could you compare the ecosystem over the India and Ethiopia? Is that startup always through the ecosystem you think? Sir, this question is for Lakshmikant sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, we have client in Ethiopia, Papazone. The owner name is Mintesnur Biranu. So in our the FDP voucher, he is the one of the coordinator of this FDP. So I request Ethiopian participant, if you have any doubts, if you want to take guidance in Ethiopia to start the own startup, what are the Ethiopian government policies and all, the idea is given by our speaker. The government policies of Ethiopia, you can get the idea from the Papazone owner. I will share you the details about him. So you can contact him. He is in Hosanna. We are providing technological completely support to him from our company side, and we help him from last 2 years when I was there to start their own startup. So you can contact him. He will very well explain you how the Ethiopian government will provide the support to start your own startup. Yeah, I will share the details.
Thank you, sir. Next question was Abdisa. What could you recommend for beginners or startups? See, I always concentrate and always ask startup to think and prepare the report before starting anything, right? It is not necessary that whatever you are thinking will be scalable, or whatever you are thinking will be used by the other people's too. So if you have any idea, if you have any product or service in your mind, you should do the research. You should do the survey that this particular product, whatever you are thinking, can be used by the people, or will they accept your product. Will this product will solve the problem? Again, the problem is very important, and in this way you can then you can think that we should set up a company and we should go ahead with different things. Just a second, I am getting a call for Sorry, it was an urgent call, इसलिए I thought I should pick up. Sorry once again. Uh, Next question is from Akshay Bhattat. What if we start business with our idea without patent it? See, patent is again an wide area where I can give you the glimpse again. What if business, if you have an innovative idea, right? Every business doesn't have any patent. Only the idea which is founded by you or innovated by you, you can patent that particular thing, right? So if you have a unique or innovative product, so my suggestion is you should patent it, because you will get the 20-year advantage of monopoly, right? So if someone else try to do it, then you have to they have to take the permission from you before using it. So this is what the advantage of patent is. You can generate an alternate income. If you don't want to produce that particular patented product, then if someone else want to do, then he can give you the royalty of that particular innovation. So patent is always important. It is not compulsory that before starting any business your idea should be patented. It is again a questionable thing, because every idea, whatever you think is, does not make compulsion that it will get patent or not. You have to check with the patent authorities that particular thing is patentable or not. If that particular idea is already patented, then you cannot patent it. Next question is from Vinay Irani. Sir, you said better research for a product is best. In what way we can put up a good research strategy in choosing product services? Any research strategy? See, there are different research strategies and different papers available in the Google. You can search it from Google, right? There are different companies who can do research on your behalf. They can do more precise research, because they have a good people on board with the research strategies, right? Learning a research strategy is again a tedious task. If you want to learn, you can learn it from anywhere. All the content is available in Google, but there is no specific thing. The specific and the precise thing is, one should know what customer want, and one should know that your product is usable by customer. They are accepting your product or not. If you find this answer of your question, then maybe I think so this is enough to start up with. Then we can manipulate, we can change strategies, we can develop multiple things and multiple services, and then you can go ahead, right? So next question is Anand Sindhalkar. How to register new company under startup? How to get loan for educational mobile app development project? How to raise funding? How to raise funding? Is there any subsidy schemes? How to sustain startup for long term? So I will answer your question one by one. How to register a new company? See, a company can be registered in different ways. There is a private limited company. There is an partnership company. There is a company called LLP, limited liable partnership. There is an proprietor firm you can register. See, if you want to register with Startup India portal, then you have to have a private limited company or company called LLP, limited liable partnership. You cannot register with DIPP with your Go Master certificate or Shop Act license, we called as, right? So this is your first. Once you register the company with private limited or LLP, then based on that registration certificate proof, you can register with startup. That is we call as DIPP registration. So this can be done through Startup India portal. You have to go to Startup India portal, and there is a link called register as a startup, and then you can click that link and fill all the details, and you will get the certificate based on your product innovation. Second question is how to get loan for different educational mobile app development projects. See, I am not sure what exactly you want to make, but if you are planning for an innovative mobile app, then you again have to research for it, and then you have to prepare the detailed project report with your CA and submit it to bank. Then bank will decide that is that particular, means you have to convince the bank that this product is viable, this product is very scalable, so that you can pay the all the things and their loan back to them and EMI interest to them. And if they are satisfied with your answers and your proposal, then definitely they will fund you. then how to raise funding is there any subsidy? There are different ways of raising funding. You can raise the fund through bank, you can raise the funds through angel investors, you can raise the fund from your known investors, you can raise the fund from venture capitalists. There is a different process again for raising the funds, but before going for this process, you should make the pitch deck. That is called as pitch deck, PITCHDECK. Pitch deck is all about your startup. What is your startup is, how you, what is your idea, how you are scalable, what are the business model, in how many years you will be breaking your break even, how, what are your growth strategies. Depend, all these factors are depending with each other, and based on this you can prepare the pitch deck. There are different subsidy availables based on the schemes. You can avail the subsidies. For more information, you can go to www.champions.gov.in for India. For India, you can go to www.champions.gov.in. How to sustain startup for long run. So sustaining a startup is again depend on what is your idea, how you are planning it, and how you are managing your funds and strategies and employees. This all will decide how long your business is. Next is Ankita Nagarkar ma'am. Is there any limit of budget to start the business under startup? No, there is no limit. You can start it from zero also. You can start it from idea also. If you don't have company, then you have to register first, and based on that you can register with DIPP. If you are at idea stage also, after registration you can register with DIPP, and then from idea stage there are different again incubations facilities available across India. You can go to platform, avail that facilities. There are different championships are again available. There are different you can say the challenges available. You can participate, and then you can go different different countries also. Jitendra Singh, as a software engineer, how startups can be started? How government can support this regard? See, government can give you the way, in what way you want to. This is the way, and this is how you can go ahead. But you have to walk on that particular way alone, right? Just a second, guys. Just a second. Sorry again. As a software engineer, you can do startup, technical startup. You can go for. You can go for service-based startup, like for example, Flipkart, Amazon, and e-commerce thing. You can think of how you can make difference with the existing product, or how you can make new one, like WhatsApp, Facebook, what they have. This is all technological startups, right? So in government can help you in availing you the mentors who can help you if you are stuck somewhere, who can help you regarding funding issues, if they can help you regarding different policies. So that all things are available on Startup India portal. So next question is from Hussein Mohammed. In this condition, what is the important business startups ideas? See, in COVID-19, now the people learn about social distancing and all. So there are different ideas again you can think of. So again, you need to see for what are the demand and supply gap, in which products are available in market, which is required, and based on that you can think of this particular idea or solution or product. Again, Ankita Nagarkar, what is the difference between private limited and LLP, and what you will suggest for a beginner? See, LLP and private limited is very similar, right? But LLP will be the partnership firm, and the private limited company will be the entity, individual entity, right? So this is the basic difference between the LLP and private limited. LLP is as similar as private limited, but there are different advantage for private limited which is not applicable to LLP, right? That is again a wide area of discussion. We can discuss in person also. Vinay Irani, sir, do we need to pledge anything for loan? Like a pledge, like I don't understand this. What is meant by pledge? Vinay. Dhanush B. Sir, if the startup is like Oyo or Swiggy, which is through app-based services, what are the requirement for app-based services? Is there any commission given to Google Play Store? See, again, a app, Google Play Store is a facility, and the Google Play Store is an mall for apps, right? If you want that people should download an app, then you have to have purchased the Google Play Store place, and you can then only you can keep your app in Google Play Store. There are different charges Google charge you depending on your type of thing, but I think so it is similar to all of the companies. I think so they takes around 6,000 rupees a year. Hussein Mohammed, sir, I can give you IT startup area. We have to brainstorm for it personally, and based on that, then only I can give you the different idea. So this is all questions. Anyone have more questions?
I think the time is moving ahead, and you answered a lot of questions.
Yeah, so I try to complete all the questions so that no one can feel that they missed.
No. You answered too much questions. Again, one more question. You just give it the answer of that last question. Then we
On
will
what
continue.
basis bank give loans, right? So there are different factors bank looks for. Bank look for your prior qualification. Bank looks for your enthusiasm, how serious you are for your business. Bank looks for the way you talk to them. Banks looks for your idea. Banks looks for your project report, what you have prepared. Is that particular banks looks for your idea and how it is scalable. If you can convince the bank, if you are able to convince the bank about your product or services or your startup, then they can fund you on that basis itself. No other basis they have. Jyoti Kavlekar, who makes a successful entrepreneur? We are the one who can make the successful entrepreneur. We only means we as an individual. You can make yourself a successful entrepreneur. No one can make it. One will make it. Everyone will force you. Everyone will scold you, but no one can help you. So you are the one who can make the successful entrepreneur. Arif Mastri, very information. Thank you, sir. Very informative. Thank you. Please give your feedback on your Telegram group also. God, sir, I think this session was fruitful, and I helped you with many of the knowledge, whatever I have. In future also, if you need anything from my side or any help or any information, I am happy to share with you all. Thank you, sir, for inviting me for the wonderful session.
Thank you, Harish sir, for such a wonderful session. You have given answers to all the participants. Too much questions. You answered a lot. Near about 1.5 hours. You continuously talking. Thank you,
Sir,
for.
This is
Sir.
my pleasure that you invited us. Thank you thank you all for listening me and tolerating me for 1.5 hours. I hope we'll next time.
It is very important for all the participants, and they will guide their students also. If you allow, I will share your contact details to our participants.
No problem, sir. No problem. You can share the contact details and email ID.
Yeah, email ID and your contact number, WhatsApp contact number, I will share to participants.
Thank you, sir.
Participants, just stay here only. Participants,